Hey everyone, welcome back to writing workshop number 2, week 5. So this week you're designing the ultimate lair. Just to recap on what we've covered so far, you looked at the video. You were given the task of designing your ultimate lair. A few examples. Things that you should think about in your plan. And then you were asked to either draw a bird's eye view, draw a front-on diagram, draw it on Minecraft, some people have, or on paper, or if you're like me, just write a brainstorm. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, so this is my plan for my piece of real estate. Now this is going to be for a villain called Dr. Wet. So I've gone with a water theme. So the location is on the coast and it's by the sea just outside the city and it's in the rocks. So there's not a lot of window, it's quite dark, but it's very well secluded, it's very well hidden. There's some features, so there's sand and shell interior, there's tiles on the walls because like you have in a shower all the way through, so if it gets wet it doesn't matter. All the shades of grey are the colours. There is an underground submarine park because that's one of his getaway tools. Also he has jet skis. And slides for quick escapes. There are rooms such as a test lab, as he is a marine biologist by trade. There is a spa room. There's a shark tank underneath the house. So the technology, there are heat sensors, GPS trackers, jet skis, slides that propel Dr. Wet into the sea to escape, security cameras, motion sensors. The floor opens with a push of a button and drops invaders into the shark tank. So that's his kind of security. He has minions. He has 2 minions called Fin and Tail. Now the temperature of this, even though he is in the rocks and you think that it might be quite wet, he actually keeps it as a temperature of a tropical wet and warm. Because bacteria likes to grow, and that is what is another defense weapon. Also how he plans to take over the world with bionic bacteria. Okay, so we'll be writing a real estate advert. So just to recap what advertising is, you can see here there's a nice big juicy Big Mac and it says you so want one. Even if you don't want one, it's telling you want one. It's trying to convince you, it's trying to persuade you, it's telling you that this is what you need in your life. And if you don't have it, you're not going to be very happy. So that's what you're going to try and do with your design for your lair. Either your villain or your hero is not want to look anywhere else. This is the place he is going to buy off of you. So the text structure of a persuasive advertisement is, I've left some of these out, some dot points out, but these are the main ones we're going to look at. So detailed but short paragraphs. You don't want something that goes on forever. You to the point, you're going to tell them what it is and why they need it and how it's important in their life. You're going to ask rhetorical questions. And a rhetorical question means that you don't expect an answer, but you're going to ask the question so that they think about what the answer might be. You need a really interesting title. It's not just going to be my lair, your lair, Dr. Wet's lair. Picture of your design, because we always need pictures to visualize how awesome your lair is, and catchy catchphrases. So quirky things that people are going to be attracted to. Oops. Language features. So this was the text structure, which is the burger on how it looks on the page. Then the languages, when you're zooming in, you're looking at the words and the sentences. So you need alliteration, adjectives, describing words. You need wow words. You need repetition, figurative language, and exaggeration. You don't need it all because you might over-egg the pudding, but you do need some of it just to make it a little bit poetic as well as persuasive. So appealing adjectives could be amazing, magnificent, delicious, incredible. Obviously, it's not delicious if it's a lair, but you find words that describe big, bold, solid, massive. Words like that to describe your lair. Alliteration. So a few words, one after the other, that begin with the same sound. Like bee. Bees buzz brilliantly, beautiful butterfly. Exaggeration. When information is given over the top or slightly untrue, you're not lying, but you're just saying, like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Or we don't know what the best thing, there's a lot of things since sliced bread, but apparently it's the best thing since. Like, nothing ever since sliced bread was manufactured is the best thing. Rhetorical questions, as I've said. So, what did the Romans ever do for us? What do you think? Okay, just to give you a few examples, this one I've already done for you. This one you can have a look at and see if you can find the text structure. And which features. So load. It is very slow. This is a couple of years ago. And this also works in real estate. It's different from it, but it does help you know someone really. Okay, so what do I see? So these you won't need to do, like company logo. You can do, but it's not the most important. The piece of writing that's the most important thing. So here are the photos. Look at that lovely swimming pool. They've done it at dusk, so it's quite dark and it illuminates all of the angles of the house. Nice bright lights. So a place to call home, this is called. You could probably think of something a little bit more creative than that. Okay, so there's an introduction. So, originally built in the 1970s, this home has been lovingly redeveloped and rejuvenated. See, there's alliteration. Redeveloped and rejuvenated are our words by the vendors in the last 5 years. They've cherished. Oh, the word cherished. That's a great adjective. That's a really good describing word. Watching their family grow in this home. But now as empty nesters, it's time to say goodbye. Generously proportioned. Generously is a really good appealing adjective. Throughout the home with a clever layout. Okay, they didn't just lay out, they put clever. Oh, why is it clever? I wonder. This home is ready to welcome a new family. Perhaps yours. That's the rhetorical question. Perhaps yours. Is it going to be yours? I think so. So obviously they've exaggerated as well. The modern kitchen serves as the central hub of the home and will not fail to delight the food enthusiast. So will not fail. Anyone that loves cooking is going to love this kitchen. Clean, welcoming, and filled with the latest appliances, the kitchen is perfect for any cook. Okay, it's telling you it's perfect for any cook. I don't want to hear what you say. I'm telling you this is the best thing. From here, there is effortless flow to the living areas and outdoors, surrounded by a well-established garden and lush green lawn. The home provides the perfect setting for a family game of cricket, or perhaps a trampoline for the little ones, with ample space. That means lots of space to let your children and pets loose. The outdoor opportunities are endless, not to mention the saltwater pool, already in waiting for summer. If entertaining friends and family is important to you, look no further. That's the best. That's one of the really good lines that you could use. Look no further. Ask some questions. If this is what you want, then you don't need to look anywhere else, because this house is going to do it for you. I want to buy this house actually now. It's quite exciting. There's plenty of space here with multiple living areas and easy to keep. It is easy to keep everyone entertained all day and night, and what types of event or celebration. So for Greenhigh Primary School, Albany Junior, you don't need to write, you don't need to zone any schools in your real estate advertisement. So you could say most of the city, but hidden outside, it's secluded, or it's remote, or maybe it's in city, maybe it's at the top of the skyscraper. I don't know. You don't need to talk about schools, because I don't think a villain or a hero really cares about putting their kids in school. But why is it located? Why is it the perfect location? Does your family deserve the best? Okay, the conclusion. So you need to be telling your villain or hero why he or she should buy it. Okay, so all the way through this, I can see appealing adjectives, alliteration, rhetorical questions, exaggeration. That's what we want to see in your writing. If you wanted to go seeing another example without my writing all over it for the text structure and the language features, just as more examples, they are here. You can you find any really words, adjectives, wild words, for exaggeration? This one, okay, you got a bit more catchy title, mega garage. Cool. In your time, you can pause it. Okay. You don't need to draw the burger, but this is the kind of layout that you can start to draft and to create your Lair real estate advertisement. So you start with an introduction. So think about who you're persuading. I'm persuading Dr. Wet, and I'm trying to sell him the best house ever. I'm trying to sell him house Lair. I'm trying to sell him like the ultimate Lair that is going to keep his identity, but also is going to like living there. So one of my main points will go here, and I will talk about why it's the best. Another main point here in paragraph 2, again, elaboration, and then paragraph 3. Okay, so 3 main features of the house. I might think that the shark tank underneath the house is something that is a key feature, because obviously if he gets invaded, the floor will open and they will be eaten by sharks. So I might think about that. I might also talk about the temperature, so he can grow bacteria in a bid to take over the world with mutant bacteria. I might also talk about maybe the location, stunning coastal location, because I quite like being by the sea as well. And he likes being wet. And I might pick up some technology. Okay, and also at the end, then you can write a conclusion or summary. So remember that this is the structure, and then also remember to include some language features. You don't need to use them all. You might be comfortable with some alliteration and some adjectives. And we're all very good at exaggerating. Okay, so see how you go.